Hey everyone, it's Kimo Casey. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me again. As you know, I'm 60 years old, taking some steroids to try to get jacked for the first time in my life. I'm 5'11", weigh 177 pounds. I was up this morning, and I'm running about 15% body fat. And I know that because I bought, and it's pretty good. I mean, it was only 30 bucks on Amazon. It's called Star Fit Scale. And it's one of those, it's got the pieces and you can step on it and stuff. I don't get any commission or anything, but I think it's a really good value for the money. And I consistently check that every day to see where I'm actually headed. As most of you guys know, I've never been jacked. This is like the best shape that I've been in muscular-wise, probably 40 some odd years, something like that. So I want to talk to you about my first steroid cycle. If you watch my other videos, you know that I have titrated up the dosage of some things, but I wanted to start at the very beginning for people who want to know about the actual first cycle and what exactly I've been doing. So, Sustanon 250, and I was taking 250 milligrams of that per week through the injection subcutaneously. And then to take 20 milligrams of Anavar, crush that up, put it under my tongue about 30 minutes before I actually go to the gym. So you guys follow me on Instagram, you always hear me say, you know, get up at 6 a.m. within 30 minutes, have 30 grams of protein. Within 30 minutes of that, get your ass down to the gym and work out for 1 hour with progressive overload, heavier weights. And so basically, when I have my protein, right after I've taken that, I chew up the Anavar, let that sit. And by the time I actually get to the gym, you can actually seriously feel a difference. Yeah, I know you've heard it before, but I have to say it. I'm not a doctor. I'm not encouraging anybody to break the law or to take steroids. I don't know what country you're in. I don't know the laws of your country. I don't know the rules, but I don't want you to break the law. I want you to take advice from your doctor. I want you to get your blood work done if you want to go down this. But this video is for educational purposes only, and it's just to track my personal journey about what I'm doing and what I'm experiencing and everything that I can possibly share with you guys physically and mentally. I'm going to try to do that today. My first true 3-week cycle contained 250 milligrams per work of Sustanon, which is the testosterone blend. And I injected that twice a week, 125 milligrams each time, and, and also 20 milligrams of Anavar, crossed sublingually 30 minutes before a workout, and the human growth hormone, which is 0.2 IUs, injected on workout days. Now, typically I use an insulin needle, a very small needle for that. I'll show you guys that in the other video about how I do steroids. But I do that usually in one of my deltoids. It was this side? Camera's backwards, sorry. Yeah, I usually put it in one of my deltoids. And then I use my glutes or your ass to use the heavy castor oil testosterone suspension. And as you guys know who have watched my other video that this is kind of a step backwards to make sure I documented and detailed everything for anybody who wanted to watch it, was I have titrated up to 420 milligrams of Sustanon per week. I've kept the Anavar the same, but I've brought the growth hormone up to 0.5 IUs per day. Alright guys, now let's get to the good shit. What are the early changes? Around week 3, and I say week 3 and timeline wise you're like, hey, he's kind of fucked up on the timeline. No, I'm not, because I wasn't really sure of what I was doing and how I was going to do it, what I was going to use, how I was going to execute it at the times of day. So when I finally started writing everything down and mapping it out in a journal, and I highly suggest, if you guys want to go on this journey or any other journey, document your progress. Because I can just look back, over a 6-week period right now, but after 3 weeks of regularly, eating the right amount of protein, going to the gym every day, taking my performance-enhancing drugs at the same time every day, getting plenty of rest, etc., around week 3, things really started to kick in. And when I say started to kick in, physiological changes started first, meaning it back to waking up with morning wood. And that's a pretty dang exciting thing when you're 60 years old, right? You're kind of feeling like, we're not talking libido drive that, you had when you're 20, but feeling pretty fucking good, man. And it wakes up and you've got a better outlook on life. And it also gave me better energy. I wasn't so tired. It wasn't so hard to get out of bed. My joints didn't quite hurt as much. I had better mental clarity, which is kind of hard to explain because I'm not one that wasn't mentally unclear. I don't suffer from depression or anything, but it just makes you a happier, feel better person. And overall, I just wanted to sum up, is it basically just makes me feel a little bit younger. I was starting to feel my age, with some joint problems and slow getting up. And I had read a study the other day. They said one of the ways to tell how good a shape you're in is go down on the floor and get back up and see how long it takes to get back up. I'm like, well, I could do that. And I'm like, no, I kind of had to like twist and put my hand down and like fucking help myself up. Probably took me like 4 seconds to get back up. So it's a good thing there wasn't gunfire going on. I need to run. But anyways, you just overall, I just feel younger and better and happier. So that said, let's move on to the next topic. Now, some of these things are what I would call no-brainers. If you think about somebody saying, I'm using performance-enhancing drugs to either get stronger or build my physique or be a better athlete or something like that. But honestly, workouts are easier. And when I say workouts are easier, I mean, yes, physically they're easier. So if you were benching 135 pounds, it's not that unheard of that you're going to be benching 155 and then up to 185 in a very short amount of time. But what I mean is it's actually mentally a lot easier to get to the gym. There's always that, once you get your ass there, you feel great, which is why I do that thing on Instagram every day just to get people to try to fire it up and just go to the gym. Just show up, because once you get there and you kind of get in the groove, you tend to like feel better about yourself. And there's actually a thing in your brain called the medulla oblongata, and it puts out these dopamines and epinephrine and stuff like that if you do something that you didn't want to do. So you've overcome a challenge, and you go and you show up and you do it, and it just makes you feel so much better. It gave me a new outlook on life because I don't have any joint pain anymore, other than I did tear my bicep, a little tiny tendon tear early on, but I don't have any pain. And it's nice to be older, and I've had several knee surgeries, shoulder surgery, see the scar on my shoulder. It's just really nice to work out pain-free and have exercise and just have a great outlook on life. Like you want to go do a bunch of shit. Sleep quality, amazing. I mean, you go through life, you're stressed, you're about work and family, and if you've got kids and grandkids, and there's money and houses and girlfriends, etc. And those kind of things take its toll on you, and you can't recover and build muscle if you don't get good sleep. The sleep quality on testosterone and steroids has gone up tenfold. It's absolutely fantastic. I wake up refreshed, feel like a new man. I don't have any negative side effects to report right now. Kind of wish I did, because I don't want everybody to think this is all golden roses, but so far it is. Well, so what, right? Well, actually, after 3 weeks, hard numbers are in. I got 3 pounds of muscle, lost 3 pounds of fat, and decreased body fat by 2%. Pretty good. But that's not the key. That's not the exciting part, because that, I think, is going to continue to grow as I learn to eat better, work out more. I titrate up a little bit on the things that I'm taking. I titrate down or add some supplements in there as well. I think all that stuff is going to continue to go up. The greatest thing is the energy level that I've gotten, the libido and the sex drive. I'm a widower, and I'm fortunate that I date an absolutely stunningly beautiful redhead. And I know there's mornings she's probably damn glad she's not here, because you wake up feeling fired up like a youngster ready to go. And then the quality of sleep is fantastic. So I mean, you think about it, I had a better sex drive, I'm sleeping like a baby, and I get up with plenty of energy, and I accomplish a lot more than I was doing before, and so far I don't have any side effects. So I'm just right now crossing my fingers. I got blood work coming up in 2 weeks. Of course, I'll keep you guys posted on all that stuff as it comes up. But so far, so good. And please, if you got any specific questions that maybe something I didn't cover, hit me up in the comments, shoot me an email. All my information is there in the bio. Yes, this is my sales pitch part of the video, guys. If you liked it, please like the video. It really helps the algorithm and lets me hopefully communicate my message and share this journey with a lot more people and get more feedback and meet guys like you out there. Second, if you want, I'd love it if you subscribe. That's what YouTube seems to think is like the holy grail. I personally like the comments. I appreciate it very much. I've only been doing this for like 3 or 4 days. I got some great comments, man. I love responding to you guys and interacting. So thanks very much for watching. Please, got any questions or comments or anything you want to see in an upcoming video of questions of like what have I experienced or anything you want to know, hit me up, guys. All right, go out and make it a fucking great day.